Hey Jimin, I'm just probably gonna make a short recording, and honestly I don't, because obviously I didn't make you a recording last week, and I don't really be remembering what happened last week, tbh. Like, I feel like there's things I was like, I could say this, but I just don't feel like making a recording, and like, it was already a lot, so I don't really remember what happened last week. And then this week I was staying at Emily's, because she moved to College Station with Ethan in their like mobile home. So on like Wednesday night, like really like 10 or something, I went to her house and stayed there until we left for back to Forney like Saturday morning, because we had Mia's graduation party that night. And then the next day, which was today, Sunday, I had a graduation party, and it was actually fun. Like, I definitely had it like only to get money, which is like funny. Like, it's funny because I like don't have any friends, so I'm like the last person who should have a graduation party, you know. And so that was just like funny that I was having a graduation party when I have no friends, and like my mom did all the invitations and things like that, which was like funny because she was inviting like her friends, you know, like it was like my mom's friends who were coming, which was good because like they're the ones who would have money. But yeah, it was just like funny, but I actually ended up having a lot more fun than I thought I would. And like, even though I felt like I wouldn't really like care about any of the people who came, I guess, like I was actually like felt like it was nice, all the people who came, and like, I don't know, I was just like, it was just nicer than I thought it would be, like seeing people and talking to people. I mainly talked to Emily and Avery, but like just in general, like Miss Bence came, which is like funny. But yeah, and then I also just finished counting like all the money I got and things like that. And then because I also got like some money in cards like previously, you know, from like at graduation and like at my church and things like that. And it was like a ton of money. Like, I'm not even gonna say, because it was just like so much, and like made me feel like a little bit bad. Like, I'm like, why do I just have so much money right now? But also, I've been like spending money all summer, like in like small increments, you know, like not any like huge purchases, which I feel like I haven't even been checking my like Wells Fargo like account like for my card, because well, I saved up to 5,000. I wasn't going to go under that, you know. But I've been using my card just a tiny bit, but usually I only pay in cash anyway, so like I probably haven't spent that much, but I've made a few purchases on my card. And my mom's been borrowing money from me, and like my brother has been, and I was like not able to get into my thing because I forgot my password and I kept like not doing it. So like I have no idea how much money is in there right now and how much money like I've spent on there since then, because I know I bought like the proof albums for like about $100 and like other purchases, so it's like probably added up. So I'm trying to get a job like the first semester, like immediately, and like even though I'm like probably it'd be better to like get accustomed, you know, I'm just like immediately gonna get a job. And that's like the goal, like on campus, because apparently they have a lot of on campus jobs, and apparently they're like pretty good or something, I hope. So yeah, just because I've just been spending a lot of money on like thrifting is like pretty much all I've been spending money on. But yeah, but I got like so much money, and I just like do feel a little bit bad, but I'm grateful. But yeah, and then staying with Emily was fine. It was like the first night I slept terrible. Like, I got there really late, and whenever I finally was trying to go to sleep, I slept like 20 minutes or something. Like, it was just awful because the couch I was on was like super uncomfortable. It was just like not good. And then the second, oh, but we were going early that morning to go to thrift stores, and so we went to like 6 thrift stores in one day, and I got a lot of stuff. And so like we were gonna leave kind of early to get ready, so by the time like the sun was like up and it was like time to get up, like I was just glad to like stop trying to go to sleep because it was just so awful. And then the next day I also slept pretty bad, although I didn't sleep on that couch, I slept on like a different couch, which is more comfortable, but I did wake up like once or twice in the middle of the night. And but then like in her mobile home, like the curtains are just don't really block that much sunlight, so the sun was just so bright that like I couldn't fall back asleep at one point. And I just like hate the sun. Like in my own house we have like a lot of big open windows, and I'll always just be closing the curtains, which block more sunlight out, so like I just hate having like sun. But like in her entire house, like there's nowhere that the sun like isn't, except for like her bathroom is the only place without like a huge window with like hardly working curtains. So I grabbed both my blankets, like put one on the floor, and then put my pillow down, and then put the other blanket like covering me, which I knew I wasn't gonna fall asleep. Like I couldn't even extend my legs all the way, but I was just like laying in there because it was like the only place without any sun. And the third day I slept on that same couch, but I actually slept through the whole night um pretty well until my alarm at like 8 a.m. because that was like today, because that's when we were gonna leave early, you know, for to go back to Forney. Oh no, that was not today, that was yesterday. um and so yeah, like when my alarm went off, it's funny that I was like, I'm gonna say this quick and I'm like gonna tell you this tiny detail, but when my alarm went off, I was like, definitely was like, I thought my phone was on do not disturb, like why is someone calling me? And then I realized it's my alarm. So that's like how like asleep I was. The second day I was there, we went to the mall, and then just kind of like chilled. We didn't do much. Mia's party was like fun, but except not really, because we only talked to each other. But it was like fine. Like I was fine to be there. We just didn't like know anyone else there. It's funny because like I spilled food, like a whole like we were making like taco bowl things, and like I just like spilled it. Like remember in Sweet Frog when kids would just like flip their bowl over and then it would just land on its side, and you'd be like, why are you like bad at everything? Like why are kids just have like no like maneuvering skills? Like that was me. Like I was like shocked. Like I was like, I'm those kids at Sweet Frog. And like some of it fell on the floor and like most of it fell on the counter, and I was like embarrassing. It's funny because like I screamed a little, like not like loud or anything, but just like like except not like that at all, but like you know, I just be like screaming a little bit when I drop things. But and then like people like, and it's funny because like everyone was like right like around me. Like there was like to my left there was like a table with like a bunch of kids, and like right behind me, because like I was on like the island and they were like just in the hall, like in the like just like literally right behind me. There were like four guys, and then like everyone looked at me and like definitely like someone laughed, and it was just like funny. Like it was like embarrassing, but it was just like also funny. Like I was also just like in disbelief at like just everything that was happening. But then we left right after that, but that was like funny. Yeah, and then Hobie performed at like a festival type thing where they have like a bunch of artists performing. So he had like, I mean it wasn't like a concert, but like basically today he went on at like 9 p.m. and his performance was like an hour long. I think a little longer, but he did really really good. Um and Yeah, that was fun. I definitely felt like really sad when it was over. Like it was like funny because like, you know, post-concert depression, like I felt like it wasn't even like that bad when after like I saw BTS, but like after that, like why was I just like, man, I'm so sad. Um and then I was like counting money to like make myself feel better, and then I just felt like guilty. So that's like really funny. I mean, it's fine. Like it's not like whatever, but yeah, and then I'm going back with Emily tomorrow, since we like hardly hung out over the weekend. Although I'm like kind of don't really want to, because I have to stay there till Saturday, because her mom is planning on going up there on Friday to like drop something off and then leaving on Saturday. So I'm gonna be leaving with her mom. So like, and since Emily's leaving tomorrow, like I have to be there Monday to Saturday. Um and that's kind of like a really long time, and like my summer's basically like over, so, and we were like just together. But yeah, also it's funny because like the only thing we like do together is shop. Like we just don't be doing anything else. um but yeah, and like we shopped it up like all weekend. I got a lot of things I really liked though. um but yeah, that's basically it. Oh, Andrew told me when I get back that we could hang out, and he said we could binge um a anime finish the K-drama Vincenzo we'd been watching, and that he would take me for a piercing and pay for it. And I was like, man, like, you are the coolest brother in the world right now. Oh, also, it's funny because I said I was not going to say the amount of money, but I'm just going to say it anyway. It's definitely like around $1,000, like adding it up. And it's funny because like I'm pretty sure I've taken some of the cash out already. I'm not sure. I had like loose cash in a drawer. That was possibly from other things, but I think it was from graduation. And I know I've been taking cash out of that drawer like for like thrifting and garage sales and things like that. So it could be like more or less, I guess. Although I'm pretty sure there's more people who have cards for me who couldn't make it to the parties, like what my mom said. So like it's like 900, I think it was maybe 45, I'm not sure. But it'll be like probably more. And then I also, on top of that, have from working at the fireworks stand. I feel bad because I still haven't cashed that check, but from work, because I like can't. I'm like, I mean, I'm not like locked out of my credit card account, but I just like can't get in because I don't know my password. So I need to like find my social security number and like whatever. But that's like 400 or 380. So like I basically have like around $1,400. I guess like 60 short of that. So it's like kind of a lot of money. I'm also gonna get a job, but the reason I'm telling you this is I'm like, I should just like no longer go shopping, like don't like stop going thrifting and just like save all that money and like go to Korea like that, like when you get back. Like that's just like what we should do. TBH. But yeah, it's funny because like I feel like I did not tell you, but because like I was wanting to go to Korea the summer after graduation, you know, and that clearly didn't happen. But like that's like my plan for like a while. But I am like once you get back, like that's when we should go. Like it's funny because like why have I like not like been planning it because I know like that might not be possible, and I know you like also will be like broke and things like that. But the way that like in my head I was like this is the plan. So that's like funny, but I was just gonna say that right now, plant that little seed in your mind. It's funny because I feel like I've been talking for a really long time and it's only 12 minutes. It's funny because me and Emily start like basically everything we say with "it's funny because." And the other day, or I guess it was like when I was like at Emily's, because Ethan's there too, and he said he started something with "it's funny because," and then proceeded to say something, and me and Emily laughed at it. And then I was like, it's funny because like you saying it's funny because that's what we say. And then he was like, yeah, I only say it because I like that's like there's something like I only say it because like that's the only way I'll like you guys will actually laugh at it. And Emily and I like died. Like it was just so funny because I don't know, it was just like really funny. I feel like that probably like was not funny to you. So that's like also funny. Like, you just had to, like, be there. Anyways, my room's pretty clean right now, but it's really empty. My mom and I have been looking at, like, I guess we started looking at, like, dorm decorations, which made me also, like, be thinking about my room decor, which I have, like, it's funny because we've moved here since January, and my room is just still, like, not set up very much. Like, there's a shelf that's been on my floor for literally months. So, but looking at dorm decor, I was thinking about room decorations as well, which it's funny because I'm literally leaving and gonna be gone, and then like by the time I get back, I'm gonna be starting like moving to school in like 11 days. So that's like not enough time to like get decorations and things like that. And like I have like my Etsy shop and things like that, and like Amazon and like things like that where I've liked decorations and things. And I like was gonna go over that stuff with my mom and things like that, but it just isn't gonna happen because I'm literally leaving unless I do like when I get back, but there's just like not really time. So that's like funny. It's like funny because I probably like should not be going to Emily's for such a long time. And I also like kind of don't really want to because I feel like I'll just get like really tired of being there, not sleeping well, and also just like not really being able to have like as much free time like in the last days of summer, you know, and just not like being able to completely do what I want all of the time. Because also I feel like when Emily and I hang out, if we're not shopping, we're just like doing nothing, like wasting our time like scrolling on reels or something. It's like we don't know how to hang out sometimes. Like that's not true, But like sometimes when we hang out, or like a lot of times when we hang out, like we just like do be just doing like nothing. It's funny because she was joking, and like which was like true like a little bit, but she was joking about because like at one point I think I was like in a bad mood or something, not like a bad, like not like crabby, but I was like, man, like this sucks because of like I think I was just really tired or something, and I was just like, man, like what a sad life. And she was making a joke how like, and I think she was like really hungry or something like that, and she was making a joke and she's like, it's funny because like every time we hang out, like at least at one time while we're hanging out, like at least one of us is like miserable. And I just thought that was really funny because I was like, why is that true? Like, why are we just sometimes like, this is the worst? Because I don't know. But yeah. But yeah. So that's funny. Anyways, I guess that's all. Basically. Yeah. Oh, also, I just kept forgetting to tell you, but Callie only has one eye. Like, we, like, removed her other eye because she got, like, glaucoma or something. So it had to be removed. So she, like, has one eye. She is a one-eyed dog. She is missing an eye. So she only has one. So that's funny. Yeah. Also, actually do not feel like telling that story. It's, like, not that big of a deal. Anyways, I guess that is all. So, yeah, I guess this was kind of short. I'm like tired. Like, I am like, why am I still here on this planet? Oh, it's funny because like I've just like not been replying to the elders, and like they like double texted me multiple times because I was just not replying. They actually called me, which like I absolutely hate texting people. Like that is the worst. Like don't text me. Like I hate it. But like you calling me, like I realized I was like not replying to you for like many days. But like I feel like calling me is just like, I don't know, like if I'm already not replying to you, it's not like I didn't see the message or anything. Like, why would you call me? Like, that's just like a billion times worse. Like, I just woke up to like a missed call from them because my phone was on Do Not Disturb and things like that, and I slept till like 2 or something like that because I stayed up till like 7. And I was just like, what? Like, why would you possibly do this? Like, I just like, I don't know, made me uncomfortable. But it's just like funny because like I just stay replying like 1 or 2 days later every single time. It's just like I just feel so overwhelmed because I feel like I've been talking to them nonstop for like a month just because like they'll like there's constantly a message from them that I'm like not replying to. Like it's just like a little bit awful. But anyways, that's like funny. Also I just have not read the Book of Mormon in like it's like a while, like since my last meeting with him basically. But I've just been really busy and like I don't even know. But I'm planning on bringing it with me to the thing. But yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. Anyways, but yeah, that's my life. Thanks for your stay. I hope you enjoyed your stay at this recording. It's funny because that was probably boring, like a waste of 20 minutes right there. Sorry, pal. Anyways. Okay, I'm just gonna like end this now, so it's funny because I was like they were saying something like I don't know. I don't know. I just like it should just be strictly business. Like why are they ever messaging me anything like how are you doing? Like I don't want to talk to you. But like one of the things or cuz like they were like something about like do you want to meet? I think I told you this another time, but they were like, do you want to meet like tomorrow night or like another night? And I literally like just got back from camp and I was or like orientation and I was like no, I don't want to meet with anyone for like a month. And then the other day I was gonna be like gone or like busy or something. You know, maybe it was like between camp and orientation. I think might have been when I actually just I don't even know, but like one of the days was like literally the next day after being gone for so long, and then the other day like wouldn't work for some reason. But then, or no, you know what? I think it was after orientation. So after like camp and orientation, they're asking me to like meet with them literally the next day or like that weekend, and I was like, I literally like am so burnt out. But then I had COVID anyway, so I was like, I can't have COVID. And then they're like, oh no, like, is there anything we can do for you? And I like took a while to reply, and I was like, no, like it's fine. And then like at one point they're like, how are you feeling? And I did not reply for like so long, and then that's when like they like double texted me and were like, I don't even remember what the other thing they said was. And then that's when like they called me because I still was not replying. And then I was just like, I don't even know, like I don't even remember what they were asking. But I just answered the second question, and it might have been like, are you feeling better? Like I don't know. And I was like, yeah, like I'm fine, but like I'm out of town right, or like I'm out of town visiting a friend, because I didn't want them to be like, oh, like then can you meet this day? And I'm like, no, like I'm gone. And then they're like, oh, fun, like when, like, are you gonna get back or something? And then I replied like days later, or like a day later, and I was like, I'm actually like back right now, but I'm like planning on leaving, like, or I'm like back for a few graduation parties, but I'm planning on leaving um like right after. And they're like, okay, let us know if there's like any time in like that you can meet in between, because like we'd like to meet you or whatever. And I was like, I literally like I have a graduation party one day, and then a graduation party the next day, and then I'm leaving the next day. Like I am gone. And then it's funny because like then I'm just gonna be preparing for college, and like probably not gonna want to meet with anyone after like being with like living with other people for a whole week. And then I'm just gonna want to like do college things and then go to college. So that's just funny. But yeah, like why am I just like so like I don't even know what it is about me that like just makes replying to people the worst, and like also just having messages from people that I'm not replying to like also the worst. Like both of those things are the worst. Like I'm sick of having messages from them. It's funny, like me complaining about them, like that's like funny, but like I'm just sick of like having messages from them. And like it probably would be better if I just replied right away and then I wouldn't have messages from them, but I also don't want to do that either. It's just like a vicious cycle. I'm like, I just don't ever, like literally ever text me. Like, bring back the days when you were the one messaging me about, like, scheduling. Anyways, that was a fun little chat. It's funny because I feel like in, like, all three of these recordings from me, like, I ranted about this. So that's, like, really funny. Like, I just, like, never want to talk to another person for the rest of my life. I do not want to go to college. I'm like, glad it's not high school and things like that, but I just don't want to go to school again. Like, I am like, I just want to. And I also don't want to have a job. It's been like nice not having a job. I just really, really want to. I don't know. I'm just exhausted. It's funny because like I feel like I was like until like this recording I was like, yeah, going to Emily's, and like didn't think that much about it. But I feel like after this recording, like I actually just like don't want to go anymore. Like I feel like now I'm like I like do not want to go. So anyways, it's fine. It's all good. I'm sure because I'll be there for so long, I won't be like expected to be hanging out with her like as much as we did the other days and things like that. But I'm also like, since I won't be at home, like I just feel like I won't be sleeping as well. Which she said that she got blackout curtains, which she was gonna put in one of the rooms, so I can sleep in there with the blackout curtains. So hopefully I'll be sleeping better. Except I won't be on the couch. I'll have to be on the air mattress then, which I think is less comfortable than the couch. The other couch that I slept on after. The first pink couch was awful, but the second couch. But I think that's worth it for the blackout curtains. But so it should be a little better, but just not being in my room, I feel like I won't like I probably won't be able to write the fan fiction because I feel like I won't be like sleeping well enough, and I feel like I'll just like be distracted and like not able to focus and just like not like comfortable ever really. I don't know, maybe it'll be like the greatest time of my life. we'll see. Anyways, I'm like so sick of talking right now. I just like, it's funny because I'll be like, man, I'm so sick of this, and I'll just like keep talking for like many more minutes. Like, I hope this ends up being an hour. Just kidding. It's like not, because I'm gonna like, I like will say bye like right now. Oh, we got Squishmallows at Five Below. I like want to tell that story, but I'm just not going to because I just really don't feel like it. Well, basically, I saw like on Instagram Reels like, oh, like over a week ago that there would be like this like Sanrio Squishmallows coming to Five Below. My mom and I ended up going to a Five Below in Terrell, and I was like, hey, like, are you guys getting Sanrio Squishmallows? Like, do you know when? And they're like, yeah, on the 31st. And I was like, okay. And then me and Emily, I was like texting her because I realized on the 31st was my party, so she'd be in town. So I was like, we can go together to Five Below to get them. And then we were gonna call the Rockwell one because it's closer to see. Why am I telling this story? I should just like stop. But we're gonna call the Rockwell one to see if they were also gonna like have them on the 31st. And then it was like Friday, and I was like, girl, like we need to call them. And so she like was like going to go call them like right then, but it was like 9 and they open at 10, and then we forgot the rest of the day. And then I woke up today at like 10, and I was definitely gonna go back to sleep, which would have been like a bad thing because I had to like clean my room and the bathroom, and like I was supposed to help my mom with other stuff, and I just didn't even get the chance. So I was like cleaning the whole time. So it's like good that I didn't like go back to sleep till like 12, and then I would have only had 2 hours to do everything. But and then all of a sudden I realized about the Squishmallows that we like totally forgot, and we were supposed to be there by 10 because I was scared they would sell out. And so I called Emily, and then she basically was like having breakfast with her family and that her mom cooked, and so she like couldn't leave. Like, and so I was like, okay, like, do you think it's good? Because then we called Rockwell, and they said they were open and things like that. And then I was like, okay, like, do you think like it'll be less than an hour probably, right? And she was like, yeah. And then it was like an hour later, and I was like, hey girl, are you guys almost done? My dad just woke up, so like he could take me if not. Because before, like, when she said she's gonna like have to be eating, I kind of just wanted to, I was like, I should just have someone take me right now, but everyone was sleeping. So, but I saw my dad wake up, so like an hour later I was like, he's up, like he can take me. And she's like, yeah, you should just go with him. And I was like dead, because I was like, man, like you definitely said it would be like less than an hour, so I'm dead at me just like not doing anything for an hour. I mean, I was cleaning my room, but like just waiting and things. And then we called, because Emily had called Rockwell to ask like if they were running out or whatever. And they said that which that was like earlier, like that was like only like 10-20 minutes after they opened. And they said that like there was like a huge rush, but they couldn't imagine they would get sold out like within an hour unless like 20 more people came in or something like that. And that was not like super comforting, because I feel like if a bunch of people came in the beginning, like 20 people could come in an hour. So I called the tarot one to see if they had any or if they could hold it, and I guess the lady, like, she was holding, she was like, yeah, like, how, like, what's your name, like, how many do you want to hold? I was like, 2 of the pink ones. And then she was like, okay. And then she's like, are you coming tomorrow? And I was like, I'm like leaving in like 2 minutes. And she was like, oh, they're in the back right now, so, and I haven't put them out yet, so by the time you get there, like, I was like, when I'll be putting them out probably. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went there, and I guess like we told, like, I was like, oh, I'm here for the Squishmallows. And then she like was like, what you wanted, like, what did you want again? I was like, the 2 pink ones. But I was like, but can I look at the other ones just to see? And she's like, yeah. So she actually took me and my dad like to the back of this like Five Below store, which is like pretty cool. And then I got to look through the things, and apparently, like, like the crates of like stuffed animals at Five Below, apparently like an entire one of those at Terrell sold, because these girls were buying a bunch of them just to resell them. So they like bought like all of them, and like had like bagfuls. And so she didn't want to put the rest of them out because she didn't want them to like sell out like that again. And so that's why they were in the back. So like she was like letting me buy some. But so she opened a brand new box, and like they were covered in plastic, and she moved the plastic, and then I was like able to like kind of dig through like this brand new box, like none of them had been touched before, you know. So I got like 2 pink ones and 1 blue one for me. And like, well, the 2 pink ones, one was for Emily. So yeah. anyways, I don't know, like, that was probably, like, such a boring story. Like, why did I even say that? Like, who cares about that at all? It was pretty stressful, though, this morning. It was, like, not that good of a time, but I'm glad I got them. They're, like, really cute. Anyways, I'm, like, so, like, tired of myself. Anyways, it's funny because this was, like, probably, like, not fun at all to listen to. It's funny because, like, when will you get to this? Like, who knows? Anyways, okay, code word is J-Hope at Hobie Palooza and Jimin's butt cheeks and Hail Namjoon singing.